Welcome to Grilling and Chilling with Mojo. Super excited. I'm about to make a spatchcock almost said spatchcock. Spatchcock chicken. No, spatchcock turkey. And I'm gonna cook that on the Kamado style grill. And super excited about this. So the first thing we need to do is get this bird on a brine. And I was looking in my cupboard, and it so happens that I have some orange brine and turkey rub kit. But I'm just going to use the orange brine, and came in a packet, put it on the stove, boiled it to get all those seasonings and mixtures all just boiled up, and gonna add some ice to it, maybe some apple juice. I added a little bit of brown sugar into it, and then we're gonna put it right here in my sous vide tub, put it in the fridge for approximately, I'm guessing, probably about around 15 hours. And that should be plenty. It's a small bird. It's only, what, 12 pounds, 13 pounds. In fact, wait, it's right here. 14 pounds, 9 ounces. And what I have here, it's a butterball. And put it in my sink. Had ice cold water flowing through it for about, I would say, 5 hours or 4 or 5 hours to thaw it out a little bit quicker. Had it in the fridge overnight, and now we're ready to slap it on a brine and go from there. So let's go ahead and get this bird out. Okay, so what we got here, I got the turkey out. I did a rinse on it. I pulled out the neck and the gizzard, the bag of gizzard and the heart and all that stuff. Pulled that out and just did a good little rinse on it. And now we're gonna go ahead and put the brine that I boiled and cooled down. You can actually throw it in the fridge for a while to cool it down. I threw some ice on it, no big deal. It needs to be cooled. You don't wanna be putting hot brine on your turkey. And then I'm just gonna dump all that goodness in there. Spread all those goodnesses around. And then I'll put more water in there, but I'm gonna do about probably just a few cups or a couple cups of, not even a couple cups of apple cider, or in this case, it's, apple juice. I don't know if that's good enough. I didn't have any cider, but I did it anyways. It ain't gonna hurt it. And we're gonna add some more water. Nice and cold. A little bit more. All that stuff mixed up. Let it do its thing. Over the wine. Excuse me for reaching. Let's go ahead and put my lid on. And there she sits. We're gonna go ahead and put this in the fridge for about probably 14 hours-ish. That's gonna be good enough for what I need. It's a small bird. And let's go from there. Okay. Let's go ahead and take this turkey out of its brine here. All right, let's go ahead and pat this thing down. We want to get it really dry so when it goes on the smoker that it gets a nice good crispiness to it. And we're going to turn this over, and then we're going to cut this back out. All right, let's go ahead and cut this backbone out. We're going to go right about here. Gotta get this other side. Okay, what we're gonna do here, we're gonna cut off this excess skin here we don't need. Down in here is the wishbone. We're gonna go hunting for this wishbone here in a second. We're gonna cut that wishbone out. There's the wishbone. Okay, so I got my Instapot on saute. I am gonna do the stock in the Instapot for about an hour, and I wanted to do it on the stove top, and that takes about 4 or 5 hours, and I don't have the time for that. So we're gonna go ahead, saute, or not saute, we're gonna brown up this neck and back, and then we're gonna go ahead and add all the veggies and seasoning to it, and 11 cups of water. Okay, so let's go ahead and grab this bone, backbone, and first things, I'm gonna get a little bit of oil, slap some olive oil down in the bottom of this. So when we brown up these pieces of meat, excuse me for reaching, let's go ahead and cut this in half into threes. We'll drop those in there. Get this neck. Pretty good. And I'm gonna use this piece. Yeah, this is actually a good piece to use. Get that skin off if I get that skin off. Don't need that skin. Good. It's all bone. You get some good stuff out of that. Toss that piece in there. Give these a turn. Our Mariquois at the bottom of it, it'll have some goodness all up in it. So, get those going. All right, let's go ahead and get this back and the neck out and put it to the side, and we'll get our Mariquois started. All right, so let's go ahead, and what I have here is, it's basically 2 1-in-1 whole onion, 2 celeries, and about 2 carrots. So 2 parts to 1-in-1. So dump all that in there. Get that going. And maybe if you want to put a little bit of oil in there, if it needs it. That going. We're going to be adding about 11 cups of water to this, but in the meantime we want to get those kind of softened up, translucent. Add the water in, and then we'll add the aromatics. So it's basically parsley skim, fresh thyme, 2 bay leaves, and a tablespoon of black corn, peppercorn. And we'll be adding these in there to the water here soon. I'm gonna add just a little bit of water to it for a little moisture on the bottom. Get these going. Get all that goodness off the bottom. And a flat wooden spoon like this would work great to get that stuff off. But that's all good stuff for this broth.
I can't do no wrong. Look in her eyes, she wouldn't know I'm scarred. They try to justify me going up like they don't know he raw.
11 cups of water. There's 4, 8, 11. 11 cups of water. Give that up a little stir. And let's go ahead and add our turkey back into there. And then let's go ahead and add our aromatics. And like I said, it's some parsley stems, fresh thyme, and that's about a tablespoon of thyme, roughly. Fresh thyme, 2 bay leaves, and a tablespoon of black peppercorn. And we're just gonna go ahead and drop all that in there. Give that a little mixture. And what I did with my stems is I just tied them like that. And that's it. We're gonna go ahead and get this cranked up to about, we're gonna go with an hour. So we wanna crank this time up to high. And we're going 60 minutes, 1 hour. And we're gonna go start. And it's pressure cooking. Let's go ahead and put our lid on. And make sure that it's on a seal, not venting. This one automatically goes to seal. And let's get back to our turkey. Okay, let's go ahead and get this wishbone out. And if you see it, you can kind of see it right here. All the way up there, all the way up there, underneath. Watch your fingers. Definitely don't want to cut your fingers off. I'm gonna cut it right about right. All right, so let's go ahead and clean this turkey up a little bit, and we'll start seasoning it. And I took that wishbone out. What we want to do is cut this right about here, where that wishbone was, just about an inch. Flip it back over, and she should just like open up pretty easy. Just like that. And there she is. Looking beautiful. Okay, so let's go ahead and get this seasoned up and on that Kamado out there. So first thing I want to do is we're going to season her, get her prepped and ready. And don't want to rip the skin, but try to get underneath the skin as much as possible. And these legs should kind of pop open also. And they should just like pop out just like this to expose that meat. Just pop right through, just like that. Underneath here. Try not to rip it. And we are going with this amazing competition bird shake and Uncle Steve's shake right there. Beautiful stuff, great stuff. And let's just go ahead and coat this really good. Get a good coating on it. Cover that back up. Same thing on this side. Good general of it. Cover that back up. Tuck it under. Just get underneath here. It's going to be a little difficult. Toss it in there. Flip that bird around. Underneath there. Underneath the parts we didn't get under there. And we're gonna do the skin. Underneath. Flip that over. Get it every crack and turn, every little, just cover the whole bird. A bit more there. Back where you belong. Back where you belong. Cover you up. And we're gonna go get this on the Kamado style grill. Okay, let's go ahead and get this thrown on here. And like I said, I got this temperature about 350-ish and left it open for a second, so I got a flame going here. We'll cover that up and it'll stop it. And we're gonna go for, I wanna say, probably 3 hours or so. I want an internal temperature 170, 165, 170, and we'll probe it up here in a little while. I'm gonna turn that down a tad. And we'll get back to this. We'll keep an eye on that. I am also using some cherry wood in there with some lump charcoal, and it's just a Royal Oak brand hardwood lump charcoal, but with some cherry wood in there. Okay, so let's go ahead and get these like croutons going for the stuffing, and we're just gonna go ahead and put them in squares. The bread that I am using is French bread. And I'm using about a pound. Actually, 2 pounds. Cut them all up. What we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and put this on the smoker for about an hour to get them all crispied up. Okay, so there we go. Let's go ahead, slap this on the smoker for about an hour. It's right around 300 degrees. And we'll pull it out, get our stuffing all together, and put it back on the smoker for about another hour. Let's go ahead and get those croutons in there on the smoker, and it's gonna go for about an hour. And our temp is about 300 degrees. So let's come back to this later on. Okay, the first thing we wanna do is get this leeks. We have some leeks, and we wanna get all the green off, and pretty much keep the white. About right there. And we're gonna do about roughly a cup of this. And we're gonna soak it in the water to get all the dirt and whatnot on it, and then have it go to the bottom of the bowl there, and we should be fine. Like I said, we're only gonna do about a cup. Water over here. My dog's barking. I'm gonna do a couple more just for. Okay, carrots. We're doing about. Oh, it said 3 small carrots for this recipe. I'm gonna go with about 5 of them because these are pretty small. Get all this garbage cut off here. And we'll peel these up too. Okay, in a cast iron pan, we're gonna go ahead and brown up about a pound of just some ground up sausage. Forgot about this guy. Amazing tool right here. And I'll try to remember to put the links below. Really nice tool to have. They're like around $7, $8. You can get them on Amazon. And if you don't have one of these, you're missing out. It's super, super, super nice tool to have in the kitchen. All right, let's go ahead and get this stuff browned up. My dog being crazy. All right, this is getting down. This is about done. Get a little crispy. Okay, we got that little bit of crispiness going. Turn my flame all the way down. All right, let's go ahead and get these carrots and the leeks in here. I'm gonna put a little bit of butter in here just for a little bit of Get a little bit of like an oil grease going here, a little bit of oil. And drop in those carrots. Go ahead, put these links in there, leeks. Yeah, this leek was actually really, really big. It was a good size one. I should have diced them up a little bit more, but that's okay. Okay, at the last second here, I'm going to throw in a little bit of celery in this thing. I wasn't going to do it, but I'm just going to go ahead and put a little bit in here. You can put whatever you want to put in your stuffing. And that's what I'm doing. I just decided to slap a little bit of these in there. Just a little bit. It's probably one stalk there. Turn that up a little bit. These little kind of spin here. About to add. Gosh, look at how good that looks. All right, let's go ahead and add our ingredients. We're gonna go ahead and add in about 2 tablespoons of garlic and get all that garlic cooked up a little bit. And that's only gonna take about not even a minute. Then we're gonna go ahead and add in our, it's basically a teaspoon of thyme, sage, and rosemary. Go ahead and add those in there. Thyme, sage, and rosemary. And then we're going to go ahead and add in 2 tablespoons of wine. I would prefer some white wine, but that was some red wine, which would be all right. Okay, we're just going to go ahead and dump the sausage back in there. Okay, so here's our breadcrumbs. They're nice and crispy here. There we go. Nice. Good. Let's go ahead and get our broth done. That off. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead. I'm gonna strain this again. I don't have any cheesecloth to strain it through. go ahead and do this. That should be fine. Pretty much didn't get anything out of that. There you go. There's an amazing stock. All right, let's go ahead and put some of these smoked up crouton breadcrumbs in there. And it's not gonna, all these aren't gonna fit in there, so looks like I'm gonna have extra possible. Definitely want all the ones up on top. Then we're gonna pour some stock in here. Lola, I got a piece of bread on the floor. Come get it. I just got after her for coming in the kitchen too. Come here. There's all over the floor. Get him. All right, we're gonna pour a little bit of stock in here. This amazing turkey stock. I'm gonna go with just a little bit like this. Maybe start with like a little bit over a cup. On that, I just stuck a probe, so we're looking at 157 and 137. 137 in the thigh. We kind of want to go around 170 and 165. So we got a little time. We're going to put this on the smoker, and then we're going to let it sit there for about an hour because it's rough, ready for it to go inside the smoker. This is going to take about an hour. I'm going to add some more breadcrumbs here. A little bit more stock. About another cup. Mix that all up. It's slowly getting there. All that seasonings and checking the tenderness on this. See, that one's actually really good. That piece is good. That piece is good. There's some pieces, probably the ones I just added. There are a couple that are a little hard. That's okay. Maybe just a couple drops. A little bit of around like that. Give it one more mix. There we go. We're gonna call that good right there. Let's go stick it on the smoker for about an hour. Keep an eye on it. I almost forgot. We need to add a couple eggs, just to kind of a binder, and some salt. I almost walked away and forgot my little couple ingredients. Now we get to mix it one more time. Try that again. And those eggs are just going to be like a binder is all that's going to be. Second there. Ooh, this smells so good. Okay. That's good enough. All right, let's go. Check that turkey in there. She looking good? All right, temperature's hovering right around that 350 range. I'm gonna hit a tad down, just a tad. Just a tad. And then 162, 137. I guess the 162 is close to that bone. But there we go. Okay, so our temperature jumped up to about 400, which I'm not a big fan of, but also we need to cover up this turkey. It's a little hotter on one side. It's getting a little brown. So move this stuffing out of the way. Get this out of the way. Double check my temperatures here. Yeah, we're a little brown on that skin. So we're looking at 162 in the breast. Over 72 there. 160-ish. $177. We're gonna go ahead and wrap this up a little bit. I don't want to get any more browner. Gotta keep an eye on this temperature. Let's do a light little cover. She's burning hot. Yeah, let's get that top rack back on there. Okay, well, let's crank her down a little bit. I'm gonna go about a half up on top, and we're less than a finger on the bottom. Okay, so let's pull this stuffing out. The stuffing's done, and kind of want to let that turkey go a little bit more. It's hovering around 350, which is good. So there's that stuffing. Take a look at that. Whew. I'm gonna go ahead and cover it, put it on the stove in the house, keep it kind of warm. We are ready to pull it off. We're going to take this bird in the house, let it set. Go ahead and cover it back up. We will carve this in a few minutes. Pull out that other probe. Skin's a little bit crispy on one part of it, but that's all right. So take this leg, what we're gonna do is we're gonna, oh, this is gonna be really good. We're gonna crank it open like this, and then you'll see your joint right there. We're gonna go right between that joint because that's a big piece of meat for one person. Got that piece cooked. That piece taken care of. Let's do that other leg. Do the same thing. Split it open, so you see that joint, and right down that joint. Look at that, look at those pieces of meat. Holy moly, super delicious. Okay, we're gonna come over here, cut these wings off. Be able to just cut all the way down, just like that. So that bone there, go off to the side, move that over. Let's check this out. Now all right, let's go ahead and slice this down. Oh yeah. Take a look at that, nice and hot. See, I normally don't like to squeeze my meats and stuff, but let's take a look. It's a little juicy. I like it a little more. Oh, there we go. That's pretty juicy up in there. Got a little smoke ring. Wow, that's good. Mm. Oh, that's really good. Let's go ahead and slice these up. We're going to take some of this broth, put it in this bowl. And we're going to shred up some of this dark meat. All right, let's get some of this dark meat. And we're gonna put in some of this broth. Wow. I think it'll just fall apart. And then we're going to take this dark meat that I just did. Throw it right there. Let's go ahead and dish up some of this. Let's go ahead and dish this out. Get a spoonful of this. Stuffing, homemade stuffing. Some of this dark meat. I kind of soaked up with some of that stock. And a couple pieces of this turkey breast. Okay, there we go. Take a look at that. That stuffing is holy hell batter amazing. And this turkey, super, super tasteful. Little Stephen shake on there, smoked on that Kamado style grill out there. Let's go ahead and give this turkey a try. Wow. A smoke flavor. A little moist, not really moist, but it's moist. Turkey's hard. It's hard to keep it moist. Wow. Let's try the stuffing. This stuffing is off the chart. Oh my gosh. Wow. That stuffing is absolutely amazing. Thank you guys for watching my content. If you haven't subscribed, please hit that subscribe button down below as I'm still chewing. Hit the thumbs up. You know, like my video if you can, if you like my content. And super amazing. That stuffing is absolutely amazing. Probably the best stuffing I ever made and I ever tasted. What else? Thank you for stopping by. Hope everybody has a fabulous and an amazing Thanksgiving. The holidays are coming, and go outside and cook.